So, the black cottonwood. Black cottonwood. Thank you. Delicious. Mm. Mm. So the part I'm munching are these tips, these buds. And they are just coated inside and out with propolis. So you can just squeeze that out the end there. It's got that reddish yellow and it coats everything. It's really sticky. It's like philosopher's stone color. And yeah, it just gets stuck on everything. Even if you lick it off. When you eat it, if you do, if you got cavities, you want to chew it into that spot and get it stuck in that area. It'll help coat the area and kill the bacteria that's causing infection or causing tooth decay. It can be really helpful for cavities and for wounds. People will put this stuff on. You could just drip that on and it'll get that weird reddish yellow color, but help kind of seal it up and keep it clean, and you won't get infection and all that. So that's pretty cool. This one's got just wild ones and they're just coated with propolis. And this is one of the sources where bees get it too. Bees use this stuff to seal in their hives. It's like a glue. The natives would use it as a glue and the bees use it as a glue. Pretty cool, and helps keep stuff clean. It helps keep other bugs out of the bee's nest, and mites and stuff, and maybe more of some of the other oils they use. They have these leaves are kind of similar to an aspen, but maybe just a little less round. It's the western balsam poplar. It's actually in the willow family. Salicaceae. And it's got the salicylic acid. Salicylates. They're bitter. Wow, yeah, really bitter. And this propolis just sticks in there, which can be annoying, but that's actually part of its magic. That it'll get stuck to the area and seal it up if it's a wound, if it's a cavity. So that's pretty cool. You can make oil. People are using, it's just dropping these things. These things are all over the place. It just drops the twigs, the tips. And so there's actually a lot of medicine in that too that's kind of cool, in that it stimulates lung secretions, expels mucus that's unhelpful and just sitting there, healing infections, clearing the lungs, stimulates circulation of the blood, promotes sweat, bring warmth to the surface. So those are all pretty cool things, and it's doing it right now as it's pretty chilly. It's getting pretty cold. So those are all kind of nice seasonal things that right now we could use a bit of that, bringing warmth and blood to the surface and moving some mucus out and all that. And if you got some wounds, this stuff goes pretty well on it. So it's pretty cool. It's the fastest growing U.S. hardwood. There's a hardwood, it's a lightweight hardwood. The natives would use it as, to build canoes or fish traps and all kinds of stuff. But the fastest growing, I noticed it was always, or not always, but it liked to be growing by the water. And that makes sense to me that it's in the willow family, of course. And so I guess maybe it's a common thing in the willow family to have is it the salicin? Let's say it's that helps with the pain and inflammation and is helpful for women, especially with menstruation if it's painful, cramps and stuff. But is also what I believe aspirin is made out of. I didn't know that it was in this until I looked it up, so that's cool. It makes this cotton, it's part of its name, it makes this fuzz with the seeds, and they make the male and female separately, but there will be just cotton everywhere, and I don't think they do real well at germinating from those seeds, but when they're cut down, they'll definitely spring back. And there's a lot in here kind of growing from shoots. And yeah, these things all over, just laying on the ground. It's just dropping these tips with these propolis buds. It's pretty rocking. A bunch of these leaves, they really remind me a lot of the aspens, and they get a pretty nice yellow color. Quite a few leaves. There's still a few around that have some. There's just so many of these things, and it's dropping seasonally with this pretty rockin' medicine. So then a lot of people make tinctures, or you could make tinctures, get the propolis and all that. Some people do it with arnica and St. John's wort to reduce swelling, ease pain, carpal tunnel, that kind of stuff. Chapped lips. This is all just kind of very like fall, winter stuff. And here's this medicine just falling on the ground to help us out. Also, apparently, it helps with emotional calmness. I don't know. Something I read. I've been munching on this stuff for years. The taste is kind of intense. It's an acquired taste. It's always kind of intense, but it's powerful stuff. And I've definitely had some friends that, have had some serious cavities that have used this, and the bees are really into it. If the bees are into it, it's got to be good, right? And then the bees make it better because that's what they do and that's how they are. Man. These are just gnarly, just coated with this awesome medicine. And again, on some of these, you can just squeeze out of the tips, which makes it easy if you got a small spot. But it will stick to everything, It's good where you want it, but if you don't, don't get it there because it'll be stuck. So also in recent times, this was the first tree to have its genome mapped. It's kind of cool. It's got 500 million letters of energetic code. And it's fairly small for a tree. It's 50 times smaller than pine. So, just a little bit of information. They started small, and they started with this one. Oh, that is potent stuff. I have heard tell that this propolis was used as part of a concoction with a few other plants that would help actually cure the plague, which I guess not enough people knew about or utilized. But here's this stuff out here. You could imagine it growing in Europe. It's out here in Oregon, just falling all over the ground. But you gotta know to use it, and you gotta use it. Knowing is not enough. Wow. These are just incredible in this. There's just so much of this stuff just oozing out. It's wonderful. And if you've ever opened up a beehive, it's a lot of this stuff. Just laying on the ground. Thanks, nature. Good job, black cottonwood. Did it. Awesome. Thank you.